All right, man, y'all, we back, man. Second interview of the day. I need my co-host in here for this one. I need Golden Q in here specifically for this one because he is on this card. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure Golden Q gets his proper promotion as well. We're gonna keep the party going. Second interview of the day. I had my alarm set. You know what I'm saying? Second interview of the day. This gonna be a goodie. This is gonna allow us to. It's gonna allow us to basically get familiar with people that y'all may not know, and also if some of the roster wants to get booked in other places, this is a good way to network. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas, y'all niggas gotta learn how to network. I'm gonna try to get Casher up here too, later in the week, so we can see, what's going on. You know what's kind of crazy? I tell people, I'm not speaking on Alvin. I'm not. Yeah, I tell them people certain times, and then certain people just, dragging. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to Jers. We were supposed to do Jers at. Um, I wound up taking a nap. I actually, oh, excuse me. I actually needed that nap type shit. You know what I'm saying? I actually needed that nap. So we told people 4 Eastern, so hopefully we're gonna start moving on. We we just added somebody at right after this, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for y'all to so y'all see who that is. We got Zilla tonight, and then we gonna end the night off with a special guest at 8 o'clock. Without further ado, the man himself, Mr. Battle Coliseum. What's going on, brother?
What's good? What's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. I wanted, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to introduce the people to you because I know you do got a big card coming up, and I am on the card, so I did want to get a little promotion in, get familiar. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for having me on the card, first of all.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Shout out to
You know,
Creole. You know what I'm saying?
right.
What he
And
doing?
this is my first time in Houston, so I'm gonna turn up for you. I noticed that when you posted my matchup, it got a lot of likes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you familiar with me, but I guess you looked at my verse tracker and wound up
No,
posting it and
actually,
stuff.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
You said what now?
I knew who you was. I knew who you was because I had actually already seen one of your battles before. Because
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to battle A plus a while ago, and
Oh,
it happened. So I had done my research. So when I seen that you had battled, I'm like, oh, yo, this nigga fire. So I had seen a couple other battles, and then when I found out about the other behind the scenes stuff, I was like, oh snap! I was like, all right, cool.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I appreciate that.
Oh
So
yeah,
for the people that don't know, can you introduce yourself?
Battle Coliseum, CEO of Battle Coliseum. Most people call me Ice, Iceman, whatever. I'm also a battler, but I'm really known
Right.
for the league owner of Battle Coliseum in Texas. Total different spelling from the one that's in New York. Been doing this for about 10 years, running the
Yeah.
league. Been battling for about a good 12. And I got into battle rap because of Young Miles. That's my guy. Midwest Miles. That's my
Okay.
guy. You know,
Okay, hey, that's what's
we
up.
got
That's a
on
nice little
in
backstory.
Detroit and all that because we was on some music shit. So that's how I got into battle rap. 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so can you give us a rundown of some classic matchups you threw for people that's not familiar with the platform?
It's a ton. All right. So one of the classic matchups we got is Lady J versus
Okay.
Liza versus
Yep.
one. That's before Lady J even got on Queen of the Ring. Before Liza versus got on Queen of the Ring. That was a big battle down south. Then you have Greta Blaze. Her career like literally started in BC. Her first battle and her building up until what she became now and all of that. You also got Swabs versus Chef Trez. You got Sean Gotta, who's a big name right now. Who's dealing with him for the longest. So you got Sean Gotta versus Prep. Um, Sean Gotta versus Trevo. I don't know if y'all know who Trevo is, but Trevo is a big name down south down here. So we've had a lot of people in the south touch this platform. Like either way, if you a name and you buzzing, you'd have been on the platform. Young guy ATM before he was getting big. We catch him early. Like I see the talent.
Right, right.
I know who finna get there. It's like I grab you early before everybody else start to notice. So,
That's fire. That's fire. Shout out to young guy ATM, man. He on RB now, so that's fire.
mm-hmm.
And Lady J on Divide and Conquer. So shit,
Dividing
you
kind of
gotta
shout out to her. But yeah, she started in DC. Her first
you
battle was
gotta
over.
you got an eye for talent. Then that's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I do. A lot of people tell me that. I got an eye for talent. That's what I'm good at doing. I can just find it. I can just spot it after watching one battle. It's like, okay, I know he got it. This person still need to work on this and that type of stuff. Little small stuff.
Right. So let me ask you this, because I'm transitioning into battler from league owner.
Right.
What's the pros and cons of being a battler and a league
I don't think there's no cons in it. As long as you for
Right.
real, because
Right.
you see it from you saw it from the battler side. You dealt
Right.
with that. Now you learn it from the owner side. And it's learn you gotta learn to separate the battler
Right.
that I seen and then who's the owner. Separate the
Right.
battle from the owner. So everybody's like, that's ice. And I'm like, all right, either you're dealing with the battle version of ice or you're dealing with the league owner version of ice. And I make that very clear. I'm like, you know the battle stuff, we're gonna talk battle business and all that. But we talking league owner stuff, we're gonna talk league owner stuff and business. And there's only certain people you can talk business with is other business owners because they're the only people that understand what you're going through, the stress of actually
Yeah.
or the behind the scenes stuff, the little divaness you got to deal with these battlers about they thinking that they better than what they are, all that type of stuff. Only other league owners know that stuff, you know. And then
Yes, I call it egos. That's what
yeah,
I call it.
ego, and you got to
Yeah.
put it in check.
Right.
You got to put it in check, and that's why I did that verse track. I'm like, bro, I'm not. You can tell, come to me with everything, and I'm like, all right, boom. This is what I'm seeing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if I put mine up there, y'all gonna be like, dang. I'm like, exactly. You don't see me acting Hollywood, so why are you acting Hollywood?
Right.
And I know
Hey, that brings up my next point. Like I said, you seen my verse tracker, you seen my work. Me and Casher was just talking. We've been trying to set me and him up for a whole year of coming to Creo, and I always was like wanted to be on Creo, especially after I seen like the progression.
right,
And even now, like I charge to battle, but I was like, yo, I told him I was like, bruh, it's not even about the money. I just want to battle. Like I'll get there on my own dime this time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just me coming from a upper scale where I'm just telling y'all that I will come down here if I have to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I can do that and some of the top tiers can do that, y'all should be able to do it too. You know what I'm saying? Rookies and whoever else.
But they don't understand like I do that. Like
Right.
I battle don't use the barcode, battle against a new guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping because I'm like, all right, I'm all about progression and helping out the next wave of
Yeah.
the next person there. Like, you know, so not everybody's gonna be able to take the same path. Everybody gonna have a different path. So I'm like, I'm all about helping out the next wave, but you actually gotta have something on with you though. That's my thing. You really
Yeah.
have like you really want to do this. I don't need you two battles in thinking that you ready to go. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, nah, you got to pay your dues. And sometimes it's for networking opportunities. So
Right, right.
you pay cut, it's like, but look at the connections you're gonna get from here on out though. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a connection with me. You can hit me at any time and ask league owner question, he's like, bro, let me go ask like he not gonna
Right.
sugarcoat it. He gonna be straight
Right.
up, like boom. Or if you asking about a certain battle, I could be like, hey, bro, I got 5 guys ready to go wherever you at to come out there and battle. Like you ain't got to
Right.
worry about paying. Like they just get their matchups and they coming. It's
Right.
little small that type of stuff you can't get that with money. That's just from having conversations and people seeing you face to face.
Yeah,
And
I think the problem is you don't want the artist got to understand that you don't want to be looked at as a diva, like you said, because let's just say you got an opportunity. You say, "Hey, bruh, you know, I got Chef Trez or I got Danny Myers book, and I remember that time you took a free battle for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you this look. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And people remember that.
Yes,
So you know what
100%.
I'm saying? People
I agree.
remember that. So that's why I always try to make it where, because I know me personally, like I don't need no money, but you know sometimes I do feel like I should get something for my time. But I also, if it comes to a situation where they might not have the budget, or you know what I'm saying, I might just want to do it. I will take that pay cut. I have done it plenty of times, or I still rap for free sometimes. So I'm not above nobody. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And I want people to understand that. So okay, so now you done set up all these quality people, you done got them looks, and um at this point in the game, since you so deep in, so far in, like has your motivation changed? Like what you in it for now? Are you still just here to build up more people, or like what's the goal now versus before and now?
All right. So the goal 10 years ago was a little bit over 10. Was
Right.
there's 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 no Southern artists that I'm seeing. And this was literally after Smack went to STL, and it was like Clean Paper versus Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Watching that battle, I'm talking to my partners. So we all been watching battle rap. Like I said, I'm talking to Miles. I'm like, bro, this nigga don't come down south. Like there's people down here that rap. We not
Right.
getting the opportunity. So I'm like, let me go try to find some leads. All the words was AHAT Texas. They
Right.
wasn't doing that. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna put this shit in my own hands. I'm just gonna buy a camera and just, you know what I'm saying, just go make it happen. And it just went from there. It went from when I first was battling, niggas was betting bread. Like you didn't know who you was battling. You just came in
Right.
there, your money, and you battled 3 rounds and the crowd picked. So that's really how we built up our fan base doing it old fashioned way. You bet your bread, you didn't know who you was battling. You just had your material, trust your material, bet your bread, and go off the judges. And then it started getting into this battles getting paid and me learning the network and how to do the stuff. And I started reaching out to other leagues down south and started actually connecting the dots and learning. Like I already knew who certain people was, but it was learning about the other small leagues and building up with them and like building up the community to where it's at right now, to where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Able to, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't want
So
to cut you off. You was talking about when they just met up. What year was that? Like how long you been? When was the start of the year that then when y'all was just meeting up, coming with the 3 rounds for the bread?
Oh, that was like 2012, bro.
2012, 2012. Should I see it?
it seemed crazy because like
Bread on my. I don't think talking about small money. I'm talking about we battling for like $3, $4, $5,000, and the niggas that's with me is side betting. So the thing get
right.
up to 10 grand. So niggas is in that straps.
Trying to take a pot home. For sure,
In
for
there
sure.
bullshitting. Wasn't no disrespecting no games because niggas was on that type of time back then.
Right.
Now they got a little, commercialized. But back then, you'd be surprised if your footage even came out after that damn event, the way that shit was up and down.
And you know what's crazy is like, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you
Oh,
off.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was saying it's crazy because, like, when you say 10 years, it seems so long ago. But then when you say the actual year, it don't seem long. Cause like when I hear 10 years, I'm thinking maybe like the '90s or some shit. But 2012 was really
It's
10
right around
years
the corner.
ago. Yeah, and I'm like, that's not that far away, and it's just crazy, like how time be flying for real, for real.
Yeah. I think back then, just to have a high definition camera, that was the big deal. There was no
Right.
4K, you know what I'm saying? Knowing somebody that had a camera and could edit footage, you was like God. Because it was like, oh, damn, they ain't got a camera. And you know how to edit. It was like, oh, you big deal.
Right, right.
For
Nah,
real.
that's facts. We got 4K and all types of shit
All
now.
right, all that.
Niggas looking like superstars and shit.
For real.
So let me ask you this. Now that you are 10 years in, or a little over 10 years, what is like your personal favorite accolade? Like, but when I say that, it could be, it don't got to be something on a global scale, but you could say something like, I made somebody get to the next level. Like, what's your personal favorite
That
accolade?
that part right there, and just being recognized by the bigger leagues, like
Yeah,
and Lawrence from RBE, shout out to him.
right,
He was doing his little podcast. He was just shouting out my little small league compared to all the other big. He was always shouting out my little small league down here. He's like, hey man, he down here working. It's like I
right,
don't know
right,
the level. He down here like really just throwing events every 3 months and just going like ain't asking for nothing. He doing it out of his pocket. So that was a big deal for me. Just a little small stuff, just getting small recognition like that, or small recognition from other big league artists that actually fuck with you and just
right.
tap in and check in with you. Like my nigga Trez, like that nigga always checking in with you. Even though we like fam, that nigga always checking in. It's like his fifth time on the fucking platform.
And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you a crazy story about Chef Trez, man. This dude been doing this shit for so long, right? And that is by far like when we talk about superstars, he is one of the most humblest superstars I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like he one of the superstars that will walk up to you after you do good and tell you, "Hey, bro." And it's so crazy because like we all watched him grow up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it's like for me, I'm gonna tell you my personal experience with him. I battled on Gates of the Garden,
Mm-hmm.
and he was on the card, and like when you up and coming, you don't want to seem like a groupie, so you want to go over there and say something, but you don't because you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get fanned out. So after I battled, he made sure like he walked up to me and said, "Hey, bro, good shit." Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it for me as a Chef Trez like fan, that made me fuck with him more
Right.
because he's approachable. He's not one of the niggas like get the fuck out of my face or don't say shit to me.
Facts.
So that just made me fuck with him even more. And now it's to a point like if I see him, he know who I am. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And that's
that's why I fuck with Chef Trez. Man.
yeah, see my personal experience with Trez is like I said, I've been knowing Trez a long time.
Right,
First event we had in Houston, my first time bringing a big time artist was Trez versus Rashard Miller. Right.
right,
Trez, I'm talking to Trez. So my little brother lives in Georgia. My little brother's like, hey, telling me about this homeboy that he know that's in the battle rap. My brother knows
right,
that I'm in the battle rap, not knowing the whole time he's talking about Trez. So
right.
he put me in contact with Trez. We get talking on the phone. We dang it like family because as much as he messed with my little brother, he's like, bro, I ain't know that. So when he came down to Houston, it was just like meeting another one of my brothers because that's how he was, and then how he was interacting with the crowd. It was like he just wanted a fan. I'm like, man, how you? I'm like, bro, he's just family, just because of my younger brother, and it's just strange. But my brother been knowing I've been in the battle rap, but he ain't never said nothing about this because he out there in the streets. So it's just like,
Yeah.
so it was just that experience, and then ever since he came down here, me and him just clicked.
So for the people that might not be familiar with your platform, what can because I this is my first time there
Right,
too, so
right.
I'm asking for me too, like
Mhm.
what can I expect as an artist as far as the environment, the crowd, etc., etc.
The environment is gonna be that real old school battle rap style where you in the
Right.
pit. The stage ain't
Okay.
that big where everybody can touch. So when you say something fire, you're gonna get that full reaction from the crowd. Everybody's tuned in. Boys is not trying to be talking while you rapping. I'll play that shit.
Right.
Um, you know what I'm saying? We take our little intermission breaks between like every 2 battles or 3 battles. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how high they get. That you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
it's hot in battle, but it's a very great mingling event. So if you do good, you're gonna get that reaction. People gonna fuck with you. But if you bullshitting, we gonna let you know you up there bullshitting, and we gonna get on your ass.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
I'm
then
gonna
niggas
tell you what's crazy, right?
rap something because that ain't it, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
tell you what's crazy. I normally take a lot of battles in between, like 2 weeks prep, but I've told Casher like for Creole, I wanted to make sure my schedule was clear where I have enough time to really. So you know what I'm saying, you should expect 100% from me. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying. So that's all I wanted to say because I do want to give respect to this platform for my first time and my significant other lives in Houston, so you know it's a trip for me too, and
It's a trip for you, yeah.
yeah, so like I said, like I just love Houston in general. As far as like when I first came out there, she moved out there. It was basically like I tried alligator for the first time. I had like shrimp devil eggs. I went to Velvet Taco, and I just loved everything out there, bro. Like so, I was like, man, it'd be cool to be out here for my talents now. You know what I'm saying? So
She was
I
in Dallas.
appreciate you, huh?
Dallas.
No, I was in Houston.
Oh, she's in Houston.
Yeah. So I don't know if you ever heard of Velvet Taco.
No, I know what Velvet Tacos. They're like real big in Dallas. That's why I said Dallas. But yeah, I know what Velvet.
Oh no, it's one in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to I appreciate you for even you know what I'm saying consider me because at the end of the day you still have to accept the matchup. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that.
But that's me
So
trusting Casher
you said
though.
what?
It's
Huh?
just that's me trusting Creole Casher.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
His process. I'm like, bro, whoever you want to do your matches with, just go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do this joint call for the first time. I'm like, it's whatever. Cause I'm like, I already got the venue and who I'm bringing, whoever you bring, we just gonna mess it like that. I'm easy to work with. You know, it ain't like
Yeah,
you got.
so if you open to it in the future, I would love to work with you and bring my guys out there.
Oh, you
You know what
already
I'm saying?
got me. I just told you, you good to go.
Yeah, yeah, but I would rather wait till you see me perform good first,
Bro,
and
I
then
already know you're gonna perform because I've seen your
yeah,
clip.
well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
I
right,
seen
well,
you against A plus. I'm like, bro, you got something. Like I know that.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
okay, yeah. So for the people that don't know, this is the second spin the block. So what were some of the matchups from the first original spin the block?
Well, the first original, you had Chef Trez versus that nigga Rob. You know what I'm saying? That was me giving
Okay.
that nigga Rob his looks.
Shout out to that nigga Rob, man. We in contact with him over here too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So Rob, that's my guy. And then we had G-Lo versus Churchuko. That was also
Okay.
on the card. The card was hosted by Robin Rhymes. You know, she's out of Dallas. You know, shout out to her. That's my homegirl.
Yeah.
Then there was then I had some young bucks on there so they could see this, you know what I'm saying, the separation between the vets and the rookies and giving them a good look. So we had Demon versus Drippy Tarantino, who I think you interviewed already.
Yeah. I got him the other night. So
Yeah.
you got to be familiar with Juice Box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He actually promoting himself the right way. Then we had Fifth Spirit versus Geo Major. And then the other battle was it's one more. I'm trying to remember because it was only 5 battles on that card. Oh yeah, that boy Rose versus Frequency the God, who Frequency just battled yesterday on Terminal Battlegrounds.
Oh, okay. So you just trying to keep this theme going with Chef Trez and shit.
Actually, I wasn't even gonna call the card Spin the Block 2, but once I got him locked in, I'm like, bro, I'm like, what go ahead and do Spin the Block 2 since he's back on the cards again. You know,
Yeah.
added Danny on there, and it's like, but some fire matchups on there. There's a lot of up and comers on here though.
Yeah, nah, I like seeing the newer talent, the more hungry talent, because I already know what Chef Trez and Danny Myers, I already know what they're gonna do. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Is there any like even if it's not the two big matchups, is there like any personal favorite matchups you got on this card?
Every matchup on the card is a personal favorite of mine. For as
Because you
long as
picked it.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like
Yeah,
it's gonna be my introduction to you and Jay Prince on y'all. So I want to see what y'all do. Then
right.
Shizzo started off on my league, so this is gonna be her fifth battle. This is me giving her shot with Nemesis. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Shout out Nemesis
Battle
too.
rap.
I think she battled Spade today.
Right. Then you
Right.
got Deuce Freight, who I think is a great phenomenal talent going against my artist D Bell. He trying to prove his point that he deserved to be battled, so he got to show it to me. Who else is on the card? Then you got Warner versus Golden Q. I've been hearing about Golden Q. You
Right.
know,
That boy dangerous, man. But
right.
keep going, keep going.
You
I ain't
know,
trying to
Golden.
interrupt
You know,
I,
anybody.
I,
Golden
Golden
Q
Q
is
been
on our
putting in work,
roster. So
but Warner, I'm like, bro, Warner was putting in work 10 years ago when I was coming up. I was hearing about Warner. Warner was one of them. So I'm like, Warner come outside. So I'm like, yeah, this gonna be the one for him to come outside on. And then Lute is building up a buzz right now. I've been knew about Lute for a minute. And the first time I seen him live, I was like, hey, this boy got that star quality in him. Like, he get in the right eyes, he gonna get in it, and that's what's happening. So I'm catching him right before he get there. I'm like, oh yeah, we got him locked in before he got there. And he going against my homeboy Hyphen. I don't know if y'all know, but that boy been on World Star 3 times. We're doing
right.
battle rappers beat like videos at the drive-through.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
first one to do that and blew up from that. Then started making fun of like how Turk would rap if he was in church and stuff like that. And he was blowing up from that. But he wasn't ready for the stardom at that time. And that was years ago. So now he coming back outside. So I'm happy for that. I want to see what he do. And then Dre the Hitman, already been putting in work for a good little minute. This gonna be his actual debut. I've been trying to get him over here for the last couple of years. And he's going against AU, who's a person I've been seeing been battling, but none of his footage has been coming out from all these other leagues. So I'm trying to give him a good look and actually get him some footage that he actually get out that he can work with because he's very well known down here. And then
See, I
Berkey,
previously had peeped the card out because this my boy Golden Q. I don't want to sound a little biased media. I was pulling up with Golden Q anyway. He was like, bro, fire ass card in Houston. Danny Myers, Bridges Gear. I was like, all right. And I saw the rest of the matchups. I was like, oh, for sure. And I'm mad my boy not here to pull up and speak for himself now because he's
Yeah,
part of
like
the stage media.
yeah, and it's crazy because I told him before, and he might have fell asleep because he do work overnight. So
Like I
uh,
know you're gonna be, busy doing your shit, but I am gonna be there in person. So we're gonna be able to chop this up after the battle. See if you impressed with the stage talent roster around here.
oh yeah. Bro, I've been paying attention to the stage for a minute. Before it was called the stage, it was called something else.
if
Can't
you
remember.
probably thinking of UBL.
UBS
Yeah,
South.
yeah. So I had been paying attention. That I told him about stat. So I'm like, I've been paying attention. They was doing a lot of stuff in Mississippi though, and it's like when they was throwing events, I was having events, so I could never make it out there. But they done
Right.
had some of my artists on their platform several times. Yeah. But then Stevie Haynes and Berkio. Stevie Haynes come from BC, been putting in work. He finally got his recognition when he went and battled on We Go Hard. They started fucking with him. And then Berkio, he been putting in work down south. Like his name been going and doing what he doing. So just that matchup right there was crazy that it could happen. You
Was
know,
that a Creole matchup or y'all came
that,
together
that's a
on that?
that's a Creole matchup. That's a
Okay,
Creole.
okay.
That's
Yeah, because
yeah,
I know Berkio is really on Creole, like big on Creole.
yeah. That's Cash's guy. So like when he said that was the matchup he was giving, I was like, okay. I'm like, I ain't. Cause I would have gave him something bigger. I'm like, hey, that's what he want to do. I'm like, I ain't tripping. For
Right,
real.
right.
You gotta take it what it is. Cause and then you got that nigga Rob versus Jalen. That was another favorite call. You know what I'm saying? Rob just wanted to be on the card. Like, I just want to be on the card, bro. I just want to be back on BC. So I was like, all right, bro. Put you against Jalen, who's from Dallas, who I've been fucking with Jalen for a minute. I just think he ain't getting the recognition because he ain't been in the right spotlight around the right people. Because I
Hey,
think
well, big shout out to you for, like you said, putting a card together where you can have these names and
mm,
have these smaller guys that, not really smaller, but guys that, like you said, been looked over and get these shots at the with the right eyes on these cards. Like you said, a fucking big ass card like this, all eyes gonna be on it. You probably gonna have that weekend.
oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a very good battle weekend because we're doing the live face offs like Smack be doing. We're gonna do that Friday with a nice little
Are
food
y'all
cook,
doing?
all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what's up. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. Then I got like a little surprise thing going on that Friday that y'all gonna be shocked on for people that show up. They gonna be, oh shit, like, yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
then
see
we
what Q doing. I'm gonna see if we might pull up the day before because I ain't want to interrupt y'all. I was
I be
talking.
like,
My brother and them from Houston, so
okay,
I actually be there a lot. And
oh,
another big thing I heard you say at the beginning of the interview, like, because I am a battler, but I'm mostly media now. My rookie year was 2021, and my first battle, because I knew no battle leagues down here south. I'm from Mississippi. I
uh-huh.
went all the way to Gates of the Garden. I paid
Right.
for the little.
Yeah.
Went to Gates of the Garden, and after performance, had a horrible performance. Well, I choked. Met Saga. He was like, "Well, nah, I can send you to a few leagues down here where you're from." I'm like, it's sad that I had to go to the Gates of the Garden first just to hear about leagues, about all these guys that's been putting in work where I'm from. It should be not really a collective, because I don't expect everybody just to move together all the time, but it should be more a staple of a community of battles. Like, we're from the South. We have an impact of fire rappers down South. Like, there's no reason everybody in Houston should pull up to see Trez battle.
Yeah, right. I mean, and it's gonna be like that. I mean, you'll see it, but it's like for a minute. I think when you started, it's like there was a little disconnection because some league owners don't talk to other league owners, and that'd be the issue.
When I was a rookie, like after the Gates of the Garden in 2021, I came to UBL South, and there was everybody was starting to break off and branch off and do their own thing. I was like
it was you getting into division mode, so there wasn't no foundation for you. Like, all right, I can go from here.
So that's why, and I know he ain't gonna really.
Right people.
I know he ain't gonna really talk his shit too much, but we got to give a big shout out to Domo, because he got everything back together for the league, because he was kind of like, nah, guys, we still do good business here. We still trying to build up our foundation of the roster and rookies, give these shots and still host opportunities. Hear this little do-rag ass nigga
though. Yeah, but I was to piggyback off what he said. I know even when I hit you up, you thought it was still the old manager. Yeah, and the crazy part was I don't know, like I don't know what he did to people, but I guess he brushed people the wrong way, and I still have to like put that disclaimer on, like he's not a part of this situation.
He didn't do nothing wrong. It was just he was always up on media, always going live and pushing UBL South and all that. And then when we started the stage, he was doing the same thing.
Right.
I was knowing about him because he's booking my artists from over here, which I have no issue. But I'm like, you're not even communicating with me or saying nothing to me. No big deal. But like I said, we always talk to each other, make sure we don't throw events when somebody else got an event. He got worried about it. He's not in my state, so he's like, okay, I'm in Mississippi. I'm like, the only league in Mississippi at that time was the only league in Mississippi. Like there was nothing else going on in Mississippi until they started popping up doing stuff.
Right. Well, respectfully, I actually do got your Facebook, and you are responsive. So if it comes to that point, I will ask you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you, if you're road ready, you ain't. I'll be like, yeah, this nigga fired, but he's not ready to be on the road, bro. He's like, I'll take that.
Yeah,
like this person is not road ready. He's not gonna be there on time. He's gonna be bullshit. Because I be trying to nip that shit in the bud before they actually get out of my league. I be telling them what they need to work on. I'm like, hey, bro, you finna go battle on the road.
Hey, give me 1 second. My co-host going.
Shout out to eliminating the bullshit. You said that real correctly. Eliminating the bullshit.
That shit, and they understand. I don't want niggas going out representing my brand and y'all niggas out here looking bummy and ain't even got your attire together. I can't stand that shit.
Like, you ain't ready. I feel you. I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? Show up with 2 rounds and get the material out with some fire shit. At least do that. You know what I'm saying? There's some that slip through the crack, but hey, I do the best I can to get these boys prepared to be on other platforms.
We did get to knock out some of your accolades. We got to knock out some of your business accolades. You got any battle accolades you want to get talking shit?
No, I don't really talk too much junk on my accolades. I mean, the stats speak for themselves. You look me up, you'll see why I'm over 100,000 views. You see why I get ducked on a lot of battles.
For sure.
The reason I get booked on platforms I get booked on. Like it's all about relationships and communication with me. That's it. I've been in New York. I battled in New York. Got a fan base out there in Rochester. Back when Bars and Steels was just starting to pop off, I was out there building it up. It went against my first battle in New York was against Burns the Fireman.
Oh, all right. For the people that don't know, even though you said they could just look you up.
I'm looking at my footage. They booked me up against Burns the Fireman on my first battle up in New York, and I took his whole fan base away from him, live in his own city.
This is what I was trying to get them to do. I ain't want you to be humble. This is what I was trying to get you to do.
Everywhere. Back out there for the longest. They've been trying to get me to come back out
Don't know if you don't want to hop back in. I got one more question for him.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You got talking shit. I heard you say in New York. You want to talk about some of the other locations you've been, other than the South.
New York. I've been to Cali. I've been to
Cali,
Florida.
out west. That's one of the places I want to get to go battle.
My West is very hard. You got to know somebody to get tapped in on the West. And believe it or not, I got battled in the West because of my namesake. Because there's another battler in the West Coast by the name of Iceman. I had to go battle him to solidify that that's my nickname. He can't use it anymore. So that's why I had to go do the battle on the West Coast first before I actually started doing battles on camera. So that's how that happened. And the New York one was, get plugged in with the right people. I went out there and showcased. Like, I paid for that whole trip. Took me and my girl out there. Went out there, battled, did my thing. And they're trying to get me to come back out there for the free. And I'm like, bro, I can't come back out there for free again, bro. Like, that New York trip, I ain't lying. Now, if I come out there, it's gonna have to be worth my time to come out there, come out my pocket. But other than that, just anybody, I can't do it.
See, well, I'm gonna say for somebody like me, because I came in the newer class of battle rap, the newer era of battle. I appreciate y'all era for doing more of the heavy lifting for the South, because like I said a little earlier, it was no South presence when I initially came into. I had to do research to find the South presence. So we appreciate y'all for the heavy lifting, man. I'm gonna pass it back to Domo. I feel like nigga got a question in his glasses.
How you gonna keep trying to play me, bro?
Like that.
Exactly. Now I really don't have too many more questions. Like far as you, I'm just looking forward to the actual card, and this is my first time in Houston, and I've had a lot of time, more time than I normally have. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I hope it is. I know it's gonna be.
Right. And that's why I'm doing this in between, because I kind of been done. Like I'm putting little chinks in there, but I had enough time this time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? Like, I'm a battle rapper that battles a lot. I'm actually enjoying, because I normally battle like every 2 weeks. So I'm actually enjoying being home. Like, this my first time being home in a month span in like a year. So
League owner took a battle rap tour last year, man. Well, I don't know what he was on.
yeah, I was just battling, like, but that was just to get my name out so I can do stuff like this now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time you perform, you're gonna meet somebody new. You never know, who's gonna be there. Like, I didn't think Chef Trez, I didn't think Tay Rock was gonna be in the building. Like, just you never know.
Yeah.
And even people like you got, I feel like you got the top tiers on the card where they could show love just by sending a tweet out. Like, oh, Danny Meyer's famous for that. Like, he'll say, oh, this nigga in here wilding. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you got the good top tier. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do
I didn't
appreciate it.
the bullshit top tier too, bro. I ain't gonna get into too many stories, but it's been about 3 URL artists needs to have to make them outside calls and go get some shit done. Like, they had to go see the other side of me. They did. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna play with you. Like, either you gonna send the money back, or we finna go handle this some other way. Man, out there and tech, bro, I got people everywhere. Like,
eliminating the bullshit. 2023, bro. Stop playing on me.
Realize that it's like, okay, you can't come down here bullshitting me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what also got me 5 years ago start doing the contracts on the battles.
Right.
Just specifically on the battles, not for the artist, just on the battle. Like, bro, you agreed to this battle on this day, boom, that's it. That's just to eliminate the bullshit, and still got to deal with bullshit even with contracts, which is great.
Yeah, because it's like, it really, I'm gonna tell you why contracts could be effective and could not, because it's like, am I really about to sue a nigga for a couple $100? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really about to do that? So that's why sometimes that shit can still get tricky with contracts. You know what I mean?
You can't, but at least on that contract, he's like, okay, you agree with this, like, so you understand why I'm pressing you the way I'm pressing you. So,
right.
Things is knocking on the door. Like, who you hit? Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I didn't do it the nice way, so now we finna do it the other. All right,
Hey, that's
Yeah.
why buddy said I just got the contract so you know why I'm beating your ass when I'm beating your ass.
Basically what it
I
is.
was never
You
going to
know why I'm
nobody
knocking on your
for it.
door? Like
I
I tried
just
to
wanted
do
you
it the
to
nice
know.
way. So when you know what I'm saying, your girl asked, "What's going on?" You saw the contract, both of y'all saw it. So like, let's sit down, let me come out
Look
here
outside. Why my car
and
missing?
we be
You
done.
signed that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agreed to it. So like, come on out here, come have this conversation with me real quick for about 10, 15 minutes, and I'll be gone on up out of here. You know, run that fade real quick.
Man.
Real quick, come run that fade real quick. I'll say that in a minute.
Yeah.
My bad is no me. I'll be like, bro, you gonna go out back? You gonna run fade real quick? Nigga love to fight. Let's go. Nah, I ain't. Oh, all right, then. I try to be professional.
Yeah, so if my co-host don't have anything else to say, I'm gonna let you go because I do appreciate you. I know
Oh yeah,
you're a busy man, man.
We can let them sign off, man. Any shout outs you got in the anything?
man. Y'all can follow us on Battle Coliseum TX on all social media platforms. Follow the brand and tap in, man. If you can't make the
Yeah.
event, we're gonna have the VOD up on the very next day. Very next
Okay.
day. So you'll be able to watch
Tap
it.
We
in.
appreciate you, man. My media guy, / roster, he will be in the building with me and Golden Q. So
For sure.
Oh,
Jerry's gonna be there. We're gonna bring a couple people, man. Show you how the stage do
Hey, Jerry's battled yesterday. Shout out to my boy Jerry's.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry's from BC. I know Jerry's. Jerry started on BC. I know Jerry.
Right,
Jerry know how I rock over here.
right. Yeah, so he said, I'm gonna be there. He said, I'm gonna be there. I'm coming to see you. You know how he always talking like in deep ass voice. I'm coming to see you guys, man.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get Jerry back on the platform. I've been seeing he been out there working, so I'm gonna get it back on there. I've just been letting him work on the outside so he can build up his little fan base. He's doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. I also wanted to promote the card too because
I
I
appreciate
don't
you.
want to be the battle rapper that just got booked and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel you. I
You
feel
know
you.
what I'm
Everybody
saying?
smoke
So
their own different and specific way because I gotta go do like what 5 more radio interviews in person
yeah,
later on this weekend. So
right. All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
all right,
All
appreciate
right,
you.
be
Salute,
safe,
man.
brother. Yep,
Salute.
yep,
You
yep,
too.
yep.